SportsCenter, the Reds try to nail the Braves and avoid a sweep. The Express was right on track with Nolan rolling against the A's. In Detroit, it was old folks' night as aging Blue Jays take flight. But in Philly, would Delino's two Jacks beat four of a kind? San Diego sluggers go back-to-back, back-to-back. The real deal gets a real big deal. In fact, Shaq will rack up the biggest pact. We'll explain how Chuck Knox will coach his old team, which is his new team, against his old team. Up north, we glare at a bottled rocket. SportsCenter is no political football, but you can bet we'll show you the ropes next. Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of SportsCenter. Linda Cohn here along with Jack Edwards. And Mickey, Goofy, and Donald are dancing in Orlando because Shaquille O'Neal is expected to become an official member of the Magic sometime today.
Well, they were up all night working on the contract, writing commas and zeros and all that stuff. We'll have the business news in just a couple of minutes. First, we go to our live Olympic update desk, and Bill Patrick, who is in the final weekday of washing down his two Vivarin with that extra caffeinated coffee. Bill?
Thank you so much. By the way, Jack, this is my natural pre-dawn look. Good morning, everybody. Day 13 of the competition in Barcelona. Things tightening up considerably. Just one medal separated the United States from first place in the unified team in the medal count after yesterday's competition.
Orlando is also expected to announce they've matched the offer sheet by Dallas for Stanley Roberts. No word yet on how the Magic will perform magic by fitting the salaries of O'Neal and Roberts under the salary cap.
There's more to come on this edition of SportsCenter. If the U.S. Open's 3.5 weeks away, Jimmy Connors must be tuning up.
And the NFL preseason gets up to speed this weekend. Chuck Knox returns to Seattle with the Rams. And north of the border, as goes the Rocket, so go the Argos. We'll check out the CFL too, eh?
This Olympic update is brought to you by Advil in tablets or caplets. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
Some people think he's a Superman, but when a 45-year-old has to throw 75 fastballs, even Nolan Ryan's muscles can ache. So after the game, it's the medicine doctors recommend most for sprains and strains, Advil.
For me, it's a couple of Advil, and those muscle aches are long gone. And Advil's gentler on my stomach than aspirin.
Today, it isn't aspirin or Tylenol acetaminophen. It's Advil.
I feel ready to go another 9 innings.
Advil, tablets and caplets, advanced medicine for pain.
Let me tell you the real story behind most orange juices. The fact is, they take out nature's water to form a concentrate, then put different water back in. Strange, isn't it? Tropicana Pure Premium, on the other hand, has nothing added and nothing taken away. Just 100% pure orange juice. So when you want the fresh squeezed taste of this, try Tropicana Pure Premium. The story behind our juice is pretty much out in the open. Tropicana Pure Premium. You just can't pick a better juice.
Bye-bye, Boomsy.
Us Magazine calls Raising Cain one of the most cinematically satisfying movies of the summer.
I want to know what you've done with Amy.
But I don't know where she is. A breathless ride, a head-spinning, mind-bending, maniacal thriller. Raising Cain is a shocker, says People Magazine. Director Brian De Palma at last has his Psycho. Raising Cain, rated R, now playing at theaters everywhere.
Where can you use the Players Club card? Las Vegas, Atlantic City, the Caribbean, on cruise ships. Sometimes you just need to get away from it, all right? But these days, you gotta be smart about it. With a Players Club card, you save 50% off your room, 25% off food and drinks, up to 50% off shows. The Players Club card. Have some fun the smart way.
New members get 2 free nights in Las Vegas or Atlantic City when the club books their flights. Call toll-free right now. There's no obligation.
The halfway point is in sight in the Astros' long, strange, Republican-sponsored road trip. Houston hauled itself into San Diego for the 4th of 8 series on the 4-week trip. They were facing Andy Bennis, who has 2 shutouts this season, both against the Stros. At Jack Murphy Stadium, the Padres with a game of one-upsmanship. Gary Sheffield at the plate in the first inning, and he jumps all over Brian Williams, and that ball is out of here.
Now Everett looking for a more familiar target, Flipper Anderson. He holds on for the touchdown. 14-7 Rams. Mike Pagel added another TD pass. So much for ground chuck. It was air chuck. 21-7 Rams win. A former Seahawk, Jeff Chadwick, the leading receiver for the Rams, 5 catches, 74 yards. Let's go north of the border now, where the Rocket was looking to blast off against the Eskimos. Hey, Argo co-owner Wayne Gretzky watching his Rocket score a touchdown here. 9-3 Argos. Late second quarter, Rocket returning the ball, 40 yards. Watch this. Number 25 gets hammered. Rocket needed some help finding himself after that huge hit. He sat out the second half with a slight concussion, but you know what? The Argos didn't need him. They won 32-6. Jack?
The Eagles will have their quarterback back for Saturday night's game at Pittsburgh, but now they're without their top receiver. Fred Barnett dove for a ball in practice Thursday. He separated his left shoulder. Could be back for the season opener on September 6th. And 10 years after being drafted number 1 overall by the New England Patriots, defensive end Ken Sims was released by Buffalo. Washington's backup signal caller, if you will, was in action on Thursday at the Bengals camp. Vice President Dan Quayle abandons the conservative game plan, and yes, he goes to his left. As if there's a bad spell on that hot potato, it falls as unfulfilled as a campaign promise. We'll have more baseball news when SportsCenter continues. You knew somebody was going to pick up Juan Samuel in a hurry. We'll tell you who.
And we'll also check in with the American League's leading hitter. Edgar Martinez takes his hot streak to Milwaukee. We'll take a break and be back in a minute.
You just can't beat Wiley Musser GMC truck. For work or play, we've got the truck for you. Rugged Sierra pickups, all new Suburbans, roomy vans, sporty Sonomas. The entire GMC truck line at unbeatable prices. For 30 years, Musser's been doing it right. Get the respect you deserve, the service you expect, and more truck for your buck at Wiley Musser GMC truck. Highway 80 West, Terrell, Texas.
American is apple pie and pickup trucks, and as Texan as cowboy boots and jeans. A world-famous Mesquite Championship Rodeo. High-value Texas fun with nasty bulls, world-class action, great for the family and all indoors. There's barbecue, great country music, and cute stuff for the kids. So come be a cowboy this weekend and tell everybody you did. Mesquite Championship Rodeo, a whole night of real Texas fun. Friday and Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Call 222-BULL.
Defending champion Rocky Thompson high steps with the Mary Max and Chi-Chi as the digital classic makes its television debut, beginning Friday live on ESPN.
Welcome back to SportsCenter. California Angels manager Buck Rogers, who is recovering from injuries suffered in a bus accident more than 2 months ago, will return to the helm August 28th now. That word coming Thursday. Ironically, the Angels will be playing the Yankees on the 28th. The same team the Angels faced the day the accident occurred.
Even Connors from the far side now. Pretty basic stuff. Serve, approach, backhand, volley, puts it away. 6-4 in the third set. Connors advances. Second-seeded Richard Krajicek wins, but number 4, Alexander Volkov, and number 7, David Wheaton, get bounced. When SportsCenter rolls on, bet you didn't know there were sandy beaches in Michigan, but these guys can find them. Golf news.
This is Reader's Digest. This is Konica. Why you turn to Reader's Digest. Why Reader's Digest turns to Konica. So if you know this company, you should know this company. Because Konica contributes to Reader's Digest. This is Federal Express. This is Konica. Why you use Federal Express. Why Federal Express uses Konica. So if you know this company, you should know this company. Because Konica delivers for Federal Express.
Next week, the PGA in St. Louis. For now, Brad Fable leads by 2 over Wayne Grady in Grand Blanc, Michigan. Defending PGA champ John Daly isn't playing this week. The ladies are at Stratton Mountain, Vermont. Sherry Steinhauer hasn't won on the LPGA Tour in her 7-year career. Dottie Mockery has won 3 times already this season.
One thing about boxing, there's never a dull moment. Get a load of this undercard fight from ESPN's Thursday Night Fights. Take a look. Shane Sutcliffe on the right, Paul the King Presley on the left. Sutcliffe with a couple of shots on Presley. They lean against the ropes, and the ropes go, and so do the fighters. Can we look at this again? Yes, please. It's worth a second look. Presley's and Sutcliffe's weight together, just too much for the ropes. This Presley also with a serious weight problem. By the way, the fight went the distance with Sutcliffe winning.
Very nice, very nice. Coming up, something that perhaps you did not know about the Olympic Games.
But first, here's a look at today's best. First, in Atlanta, Chris Sabo, the grounder in the hole. Jeff Blauser showing, hey, he's got the range and gets Sabo. In St. Louis, Ozzie Smith, the liner. Barry Bonds doing his thing to the turf, robs him. Finally, defense in a 15-11 game, sure, by Candy Maldonado, sprawling out to rob Travis Fryman. All part of today's best.
Today's Best is brought to you by the people at Nike, who encourage you to just do it.
You start it every morning. Start after start after start. When most of your oil is still down in the pad, you start metal-to-metal contact. You start engine wear. Now help stop it with the latest breakthrough from STP. New engine treatment. It bonds right to engine parts. Independent tests proved it. Just add a quart at your next oil change and help stop engine wear before you start with new STP engine treatment.
Where can you use the Players Club card? Las Vegas, Atlantic City, the Caribbean, on cruise ships. Sometimes you just need to get away from it, all right? But these days, you gotta be smart about it. With a Players Club card, you save 50% off your room, 25% off food and drinks, up to 50% off shows. The Players Club card. Have some fun the smart way.
New members get 2 free nights in Las Vegas or Atlantic City when the club books their flights. Call toll-free right now. There's no obligation.
Have you seen who's been on Speed Week? Speed Week starts off the Thunder every Saturday night. Catch us this week at 7:30 Eastern for the latest in motorsports. You've got the need for Speed Week.
Good Friday morning. The American League's two pitching surprises of 1992 collide today. Kevin Brown against Dave Fleming. The rest of the big Monahan is trying to sell his team, and he recently fired Bo, who had been club president. Bo says Monahan promised him employment for 10 years, and Bo also is saying he is prepared to sue.
Well, by now you're probably aware of the $25 million that Reebok spent on the Dan and Dave Decathlon campaign. All they got out of it was the bronze medal won by Dave Johnson. Czech Robert Zmelik took the gold.
Yeah, but leave it to ad executives to figure out a way to come out on top. Did you know that Zmelik wore Reebok shoes while he was winning his decathlon? And believe it or not, he wasn't paid for it. He wears them because he likes them. What a concept. I can get used to that, Jack.
Yeah, so lace up your shoes, have a nice workout. Remember, train, don't strain, but don't forget to sweat. And I'm Jack Edwards.
I'm Linda Cohn. See ya.